Wow, it's been a while, huh? So I think it's been about 4 weeks since I posted my last video on this channel. And I know in my last video I said that, oh, I have a ton of free time, right? No, that was not it at all. So, like my last video, this video is going to be based around virtual reality, still with the HTC Vive, but there's one thing that I've had sitting in my closet for probably a couple years now that has really changed how VR could work in the future. And that thing is this. It's called the Elite Motion Controller, and what it is basically is it's a sensor. When it's on, you can see these 3 red dots, and it will track your hand motion. And so how it works with the Vive or Oculus Rift is it goes into this mount just like this, and then it slides into the front of the HTC Vive, and then basically you've got this hand sensor on the front of your virtual reality headset. So not very many games use this. There's actually only one on Steam that I know of that utilizes this piece of hardware. I don't remember what the game is called. I will insert it here. It's a really interesting game. They call it a VR hangout. So what you can do is you can meet up with your friends. If they also have virtual reality headsets, it works in 2D without virtual reality, works with a Samsung Gear VR, works with Vive or Rift, and I don't think it works with Google Cardboard yet, but they might be implementing that, I'm not sure. And it really is an interesting experience because with the Vive, I was used to seeing the 2 little controllers, come up on the screen instead of my hands, and now when I go into it, you see your hands and you can move them around. It doesn't track like individual fingers very well. It'll start to freak out a little bit. But it's an experience that you can't really explain because you don't actually expect to be able to have sort of a pass-through to the real world. And I could see this being implemented in a ton of different VR games, whether it's games that already exist or newer ones, something like Hover Junkers, where you use guns and shoot people. I know it'd be kind of difficult with the current state of Elite Motion to track kind of like pulling a trigger and stuff like that, but maybe with a V2 of this piece of hardware. But anyways, it's not very cheap. It's like $60 or something, but if you have a VR headset already, I would definitely recommend picking one up, maybe try to get one used off eBay, just to experience this, because it's really something different. I know jumping into VR for the first time is already an amazing experience, but this really is like a brand new experience because you can play around with other stuff. There are a lot of third-party games that are out on the Elite Motion website that you can use with your headsets. Now, like 90% of them are for the Oculus Rift. Luckily, you can get a thingy where you drag the EXE for the game into it's called Vive Injector, and basically it'll let you play Oculus Rift games on your HTC Vive. Hopefully there'll be some more games for this on Steam, so it's a lot easier to access them. But like I said, I think a V2 of this piece of hardware, the Elite Motion Controller, could definitely change the game for VR. It can make it a lot more immersive when you're playing games like fighting or shooting, like I said before. I'd really like to see this maybe implemented into, like I said, the HTC Vive lighthouses, or maybe even the front-facing camera on the HTC Vive, just because that's not used very much right now, and I think that would be a great use for it on the V2. Hopefully you guys enjoyed me just talking into the camera, threw some clips in there. I've been wanting to make this video for a while, even though it doesn't seem super exciting. I like just kind of explaining what I think about stuff. In this case, it's the Elite Motion. If you guys want to see anything more like this, where I just talk about, I don't know, talk about anything, or maybe more fun videos, like I've done challenge videos, like a year ago I posted a few of those. I've got a lot of cool stuff planned towards the end of the summer, but it'll be like a month or so before I start making those videos, so I'll figure something out until then, but definitely look forward to that. So definitely make sure to subscribe so you can see those videos when they come out. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have any questions about the Elite Motion or the HTC Vive. I did make a video about people trying the Vive for the first time. You can check it out. I'll put it there or somewhere, it'll be there. And thank you guys so much for all the subscribers I've gained recently. I think we're almost at 460, which is, it's pretty a lot. That made no sense. I don't remember how many we had at the last video, but it's definitely grown since I posted. So thank you guys so much, and I will see you guys next weekend. So today was actually my last day of work. I was working at the Jesuit High School Academics Plus summer camp. It was for about 3 weeks, which is why for about 3 weeks, or a little over 3 weeks, I didn't post a video because I got off at noon off of work at noon, but I would come home and fall asleep because I had to be there at 7:20 in the morning, and I went to bed at midnight or later every night. So I was getting about 6 hours of sleep, so I woke up at 6. And I'd come home and sleep, so I never made a video. But I'm off work now, so I thought I should probably get a video up.